everybody want it. Blonde hair, snatch waist, wanna top tier, model face, wanna. Blonde hair, snatch waist, wanna top tier, model face, wanna.
Who the fuck is on Ox? Just got food and finished unpacking in my new apartment. It slightly goes live. It's gonna be a great day. Hell yeah, B-Dot. God. Hey, God, I'm busy at work, but I love the clips you put on the Clips channel in the last stream. Thank you. That's gonna be what the Clips channel is right now. There's not a lot to ramble about, truth be told. Like, you know, we're reaching that point, and I don't want to drag out shit that I don't want to talk about, truthfully. Speaking about dragging out shit, LeBron James. What up, Wicked? Every time LeBron hinted on going to Philly,
and that's like practicing championship habits. You know, model is myself, and that's like practicing championship habits every day, but trusting the process more than anything. I think when you...
So, you guys notice how the video's choppy? Anytime I stream, this is every video. So just so you guys know, whenever I'm watching a game while I'm streaming, it's choppy like this. It's why I need a new computer. It's really where I've gotten to. Before the season starts, I have to have a new PC. Have to.
You trust the process of actually getting to that point.
That wasn't no hit. That wasn't no hit. Hold on.
Y'all always think I'm talking, so okay, so we gotta trust the process.
Being more driven by the process more than the actual ending goal. You're doing it for the love of the process and not what it brings. For you to continue with the process of becoming.
It is all about the process.
I didn't have enough accumulative hours put in on perfecting the process.
Yep.
You know, my process, for my process to be where it needed, was understanding.
All I'm taking from this is LeBron loves the word process.
Ability, as far as my capacity to understand the process, to unlock the process, and then go out.
Yo, before we start, I gotta ask you, bro, like, what are you going on, was this year 76?
No, year 79, I think I'm coming up on.
Okay. So, why?
I heard Warriors, I heard Philly.
He just said I heard Warriors.
The last part of my career and where I want to spend the last few years or the last year or the last 2 years of...
That's not a hint he's going to Philly. That's just a hint. Okay. I do 100% think LeBron spinning has 2 years left in him. Yeah, it's just the number 2. You know what? Yeah, whenever I hear the number 2, you know what I think of? 76. Dude, I'm sorry. LeBron leading off, and I still can't get over this really. LeBron leading off his statement or whatever that he's going to Philly with, I didn't know if I was going to play again. I'm sorry. I still think it's hilarious. There's no way. I don't believe him at all, right? Like, you just call it what it is. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. There's a fun little side plot here. Let's do our daily games before we get into our fun little side plot. If you watch any of the Haymaker content, which you should obviously, me and Skin got a nice little feud going. Family feud, if you will. In regards to the Celtics and the Sixers. I'm excited to see it play out over the course of the season. Patty. That's not a word. What? In what universe is that not a word? Wall-E. Great movie. It's a great film. You want to know something actually kind of sad? And you guys might say it explains a lot. It doesn't explain anything. Whenever I was younger, 66 people in here with 6 likes. Don't like that at all. Somebody please like the stream immediately. Or dislike it. Really, I don't care. One or the other. Dale! I saw the people moving around on their little fat scooters. And I remember thinking to myself at the time, I thought, I'm pretty sick. I was like, that doesn't seem that bad, actually. A cable. It's a great guess. L.A. Lap. Lane. This word. Lown. Lol. Or it could be. Pally. Valley. Is there something here? Tally? That's not how you spell that. Okay. Cali. Nally. God, I haven't read a book in a while, so I'm fucking rusty as it gets, dude. Is there a double letter? Hey, Chudley, we appreciate you. I needed that today. I really did. All right. I don't know. I'm having a hard time. Lady. What? I know. Ladies. Okay. All right. I'll never forget. I've had multiple people come up to me in person and say, you playing Wordle pisses me the fuck off. I apologize, man. I really do. I really do, man. I don't know what to say. And you guys, oh, value. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Valve. That's a hard, hey, that's a hard word. That's a hard word to get to, in my defense. Screw, nail, rivet, cork. This can be wrong. Oh wait, staple. Fuck. All right. Pearl nugget. Pearl nugget word gym. Pearl nugget word gym. Okay. Mid. Wouldn't know a single thing about that. Mid, basic, plain, vanilla. Nondescript. Blackboard, chalkboard, whiteboard, nailboard, screwboard. Fuck. Corkboard, nailboard, rivet board, staple board. Corkboard. Nail, rivet, staple, screw. Didn't we try those though? Blackboard, chalkboard, whiteboard. Nail board. Didn't we try cork, rivet, staple, and screw though? Cork board. Is that like a wine thing? A cork board? Rivet board? This makes a rivet, staple, screw, and nail make the most sense. Cork board. Okay, thank God. What the fuck is a cork board? Oh, that's what these things are called.
Did Ben leave Haymaker? Where's he been?
Steve with the 199. We all came together and fired Ben. And it was emotional. It was violent in some ways. And in certain moments, violent. It was peaceful in other ways. It was necessary. It was beautiful in a lot of ways. It was beautiful. There was a lot of tension, absolutely. Pent up, built it up over years. No. He's there's so much, dude. I honestly, like, I need to pick Ben's brain. There's so much behind the scenes shit. It just really goes to show that I'm nowhere near business savvy enough to do half of these things. So my Warriors decided to punt next season. Yeah, it does seem so. It does seem so. Any crazy things here in the Madden top 10 position rankings? I'm excited because I'm already working out the previews for every NBA team in the lead up to the season. I've already talked about how I'm going to do that. I am working out my own personal overall rating system similar to 2K. So my idea being in those videos, I'm going to lay it out. And it'll also be like how I'm going to try and formulate my top 100 list. But my scoring is 50 is the average player. Because I feel like there should be real separation between an average player and even a quality starter. And then there should be separation between a quality starter and an all-star level player. There should be separation between an all-star level player and an all-NBA level player. And there should be separation between an all-NBA level player and an MVP level player. Because too often, dude, the NBA 2K ratings that they end up with, dude, Ayo Dosunmu was an 84. What in the flying fuck? This is being done on Google Sheets. It's being done in the spreadsheets. Absolutely. I've got a spreadsheet. I've got all the formulas. It's being handled. Okay. Damn, Matthew Stafford's really, dude, what a crazy career. Matthew Stafford's 99 overall. Does this seem normal? How far away is Lamar Jackson from these guys? Lamar's my king. I love him. He's my favorite player that's not on the Cowboys in the NFL. So, like, is Lamar in those conversations? Would you rather have Lamar Jackson or Matt Stafford? I'm just asking from a casual. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I'm asking from a casual's perspective. Lamar, easy. All right. See the Josh Allen slander vid with the dog pissing? I did. Yes, that dog pissing video has made its way to several of my group chats. Okay, interesting. Hey, Dak at 91. Like, all right. Is Dak worse than Drake May? Stafford to win now. All right. I mean, Patty hasn't been great. I think I saw 9 was 87, so he was just outside. 9 was an 87 overall, unfortunately. Top 10 wide receivers. I mean, look what 9 did to my fucking GOAT. Justin Jefferson is my GOAT, okay? I've had him in a fantasy keeper league since he came into the league. So Justin Jefferson's my GOAT. Look at what 9's done to him. He's killed him. He's basically stabbed him with a knife. He should be a 99 overall. You're telling me with a straight-ass face that Jackson Smith and Jigba is better than Justin Jefferson? Justin Jefferson was catching passes from the equivalent of a toddler, and then Carson Wentz. Think about that, man. CD at 93. Wow. Wait, is Terry McLaurin that good? Maybe I'm sleeping. I don't know. Again, I'm coming at this from a complete casual, almost like I only kind of know these guys through the lens of fantasy football side of things. Terry McLaurin's really like that? 91 overall? Mike Evans still getting it done, huh? Top 10 running backs. Jamar Gibbs, 98. CMC, 97. What is CMC? So, I mean, is CMC not just like the perfect football player? What does he do wrong? Kenneth Walker's a 90? Dude, there's a lot of 90s. He's not the best pure runner. Bro used to cover basketball stuff. Bro, it is July 29th. We are about to talk about some basketball stuff, though, by the way. The stream just started 30 minutes ago. That's how you know off-season streams are back. The stream just started 30 minutes ago. Most people are streaming for 30 minutes. I mean, you guys really are lucky you have me. Most people are going live for 30 minutes. They don't even understand, like, you know, they don't like, you know, you got to work your way into a groove. Let me tell you something. I had cock Bowers last year. I didn't see the 93 on the fantasy football field. Let me tell you that much. I must have missed it. Anyways, today on the House of Haymaker, Me and Skin once again getting after it.
Physical matchups. Like
Players who are rentals. Like the Heatles are fun to watch, and then
it's not a competitive series.
No.
Philly won game 1, and then it was a bad fit in San Antonio. Of course, he's a great basketball.
we're getting to 4. But I decided, dude, losing Mitchell Robinson's gonna sting it. This was my top 5 teams. Is there actually a Shams tweet? I turned off his notifications. And this is exactly why. Reporting for NBA Today on details behind LeBron James granted only one in-person meeting during free agency. Fucking unreal, bro. Look. They're going to be a better team. Here we go. This is my top 5 players in the NBA, or top 5 teams in the NBA this year, in my opinion, starting right now. Right now.
Okay.
That's my number 1. On the way here, just where I feel. My top 5 teams, number 1. I think on the way here, I started to say, I think it's the Thunder still.
Okay.
That's my number 1. The Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yep.
They've gotten a little bit weaker. What is y'all's opinion about that? Wonder if you're doing ACL this year. I'm going for the first time. No, probably not. The ACL lineup is pretty garbage, isn't it? Spurs are better. Okay. So obviously, but I think Lou Dort's lost a step. Joe and Wiggins were out of their rotation, whatever. And I love Bennett Sturts. Number 2, the Spurs. Those are the top 2 teams.
Yep.
No questions asked.
Nope.
So obviously, Spurs and Thunder 1-2, no questions asked. Here's the reason why I ended up settling on the Thunder currently, right now, and I have all of the. I probably will change my mind in the lead up to the season, but I was just thinking this morning, whenever I was driving to the studio, I was like, "Damn, dude! I mean, they won 60 plus games last year, and they made it to Game 7 of the conference finals." J-Dub just didn't play. Like, he just really wasn't a part of their season in any significant way, right? Think about adding that back into the equation, assuming he stays healthy. I think it'll help out. Hi, my king. How are you today? Has anyone asked you that? Actually, no one has asked me that, and I'm doing quite mediocre, right? Like, not good, not bad. It's just a day, and that's okay, guys. It's okay to have just regular days where, hey, I just made it. I made it through. And in some ways, that in and of itself makes it a great day. Try these streams in 2026. Unk still got it. Unk hasn't even started. Think about that.
Questions asked.
This is where you start to get interesting. And I'm going to go out on a limb here. I don't care. Number 3, the Boston Celtics.
He's doing a bit.
I'm not doing a bit. I'm not doing a bit.
He's doing a bit.
I'm not doing a bit.
This is a bit.
They won however many games last year, and they are going to be.
Jaylen Brown
They are going to be a better team next year. Any thoughts? So here's my thinking. The Celtics replace Jaylen Brown with Jason Tatum. Upgrade. Replace Nikola Vucevic with Mitchell Robinson. Upgrade. Replace, I don't know, I guess some Baylor Shireman minutes. Anthony Simons minutes with Paul George. Upgrade. I'm telling you guys, the Celtics team's going to be nasty, bro. Pacers are going to be really... I think with the Pacers, I'm going to go in a little hesitant. The weird thing with the Pacers, too, is this is just how they've always been. They're kind of just a slow regular season team. So I feel like even like with going from being as bad as they were last year to, all right, now we're trying to win again, and now we're like bringing Tyrese Halliburton, who hasn't played in a year plus. It just might take a little bit. But I like the Pacers, though. Isn't Paul George a spreadsheets demon? I don't know about demon, but yeah, he's good on sheets.
They're going
He's
to
good
be
in
a
the
better
sheets.
basketball team next year, addition by subtraction in some ways.
This is Nick slander is what this is.
Yeah, then the Knicks I have at 4, but I decided
Should the Knicks just be 3? Should they be higher? I mean, they won the championship. I just felt like this is kind of where they are. Like they were fantastic. They were fantastic in the playoffs, and they took it to the Spurs. That series was closer than it being like 5 games, but they're 3. I mean, I thought about it. I do think that like Mitchell Robinson losing kind of sucks, but you know, they still have their core group, their main guys. They're also kind of similar, dude, where they have like lulls in the regular season and stuff.
dude, losing Mitchell Robinson's gonna sting a touch.
Yeah, especially at the free throw line.
Yeah, that's right. the rim's gonna be a little bit nicer.
Who did I have at 5?
And then I think I went with I this will change before
I
the
already
season
forgot.
starts. But last night I was talking about the Timberwolves.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, I love this team, so I got Minnesota 5.
Minnesota 5. 5's kind of hard. There's a bunch of East teams you could put. You know, I think Denver still has an argument. Honestly, the Lakers, maybe I could hear out an argument. I wouldn't put them top 5, but I could hear out an argument. And then you have like the Sixers. You have the. Now, Sandler agreed with me.
Okay, first, Jared, your thoughts on Slightly's top 5.
I love it.
Imagine this, man. Like, whenever I talk to real people, I love it. Slightly, great take. Slightly, that was very insightful. Thank you for sharing. Whenever I talk to my chat, fuck you, Chitely, we hate you. Like, do you guys see the disconnect? I hope you guys are starting to see the disconnect a little bit now, right? And by the way, I have made the decision that, wait, this is weird. Is that kind of a weird thing for a team to tweet? So in case you don't know, oh, by the way, on tomorrow's Slightly Biased show, which will be dropping on this channel, probably around like 3, 4-ish, I'm having Trill on, and we're going to talk about the Sixers, obviously, a little bit more in detail. I'm excited about that. But anyways, in case you guys don't know, this is one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher. Is he having a good year? The best pitcher in the sport. And he's probably getting traded. Just weird to see like the team account tweet that out. Thoughts on Romo's first career DUI? Look, I mean, don't drive under the influence, guys. I don't understand these athletes that are multi-millionaires ever driving drunk ever. I mean, maybe it's just partially because I hate driving in and of itself. Listen, the only luxurious thing I probably would buy myself, I say probably because I'm saying this because I don't know if I ever got a fuck ton of money. I don't know. Maybe I would just decide, you know what? Yeah, I like spending money. If I ever got a bunch of money, I'd 100% buy myself a driving service. Like, I just would. Body camo suspect, he legit seemed fine. I mean, you don't need to be like belligerently drunk to be over the legal limit. I'm just already like, if I know alcohol might be involved in something, one, at this stage of my life, I might not even be going. But 2, I'm either going to Uber or I'm going to drive knowing I'm not going to drink. They said Romo loves Madison beer more than Justin Herbert. That's pretty funny, actually. Again, I don't want to do this to my goat.
County Sheriff's Office.
Were you speaking on speaker back there?
I was.
I didn't even know you guys said that. So sorry.
All right. Reason for my stop today. Yep.
That was what you said.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Reason for my stop today is the unsafe passing on the right, the lane
Say
deviation.
it louder. I'm sorry.
Unsafe passing on the right, cutting across the gore. Obviously, the gore.
Yes.
It's the marked area.
Gotcha.
I don't even like watching this. I'm gonna be honest. I don't drive under the influence, folks. I did the body cam released a couple days later. Oh, brutal. If the Mavs get Drew, what seed do you predict they get? What's the trade?
We're not going to do that.
Okay. All right, sir.
Did I pass this test?
You turn around.
No, I didn't. Huh?
All right.
But man, that's my go right there. Don't drive under the influence. Don't, please. Just an easy way to fuck your life. It really is an easy way to fuck your life up, man. All right, what's going on over? I had some bookmarked tweets that I wanted to discuss. 40 minutes into the stream. Yes, somebody else fuck your life up in a multitude of different ways. Either by, getting yourself hurt, getting yourself arrested, or fucking someone else's life up, and then that following you for the rest of your life. Just, be smart, please. He wasn't really drunk. He just had a few brews. Listen, I don't know. I really haven't been following that. Just saw it happen, and that was that. Stadium Pulse was up. Where do the Mavs stand currently? Kyrie confirmed to be back. Like, man, we have a good shot at having a fun season for real. Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at with them. They can have a fun season. I'm not expecting much in the way of winning. I think I'm going to end up probably being lower on them. Like whenever we finally do our preseason predictions and stuff. I'm just going to warn you guys now. I'm going to end up being lower than people might want. But that's okay though. That's okay. Birds can't fly in a cage. D'Angelo Russell played. This is great. D'Angelo Russell played in just 26 games with Dallas last season, yet still set the single season franchise record with the most games with 25-5 off the bench. Tied second for most overall with such games in franchise history. Well, that's kind of shocking. I mean, straight up, I didn't even know that. But that's kind of an interesting stat. All right, it's kind of an interesting stat. The 19 minutes per game played was a career low, but in the 6 games, D'Lo logged 25 minutes last season, 21 points per game, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, 55% on twos. Plus 65? Is that right? Wait a second. Did the Mavs misuse D'Angelo Russell? Hold on now. So I always love when these stats pop up. And this isn't even like shitting on D'Lo, who I'm not even sure. Is this D'Lo who's tweeting this? Or some type of D'Lo fan account? I don't know. But these stats are always funny with low minute players because it's like, yes, when a regular low minute player plays a lot of minutes, it usually means he's playing good in the game. So typically their stats in those games are better because they're playing more, because they're having a good game. That's how it works, right? I always see these stats pop up. It's like, when he played 30 minutes, it's like, yeah, when he played 30 minutes, he was having a good game. So in his 26 games, he played 6 games of 25 minutes. Okay. Was the only player in the league to average at least 10 points per game and 4 assists per game and 19 minutes per game or less. Okay. Beast mode. Only the second player to do so in NBA history. Beast mode. D'Lo highlight reel for the Mavs. 15 minutes. Wait, what? Wait, what was the Max Christie getting blocked highlight? Why was that there? This is a preseason game, by the way. Oh. Blocked by Jalen Williams. Oh, I mean, that was dead ass just a basic bounce pass that just led Max Christie directly, funneled Max Christie directly into rim protection. I do kind of feel like D'Lo in some ways was scapegoated just a touch, but yeah, no, it wasn't. And then this is what D'Lo replied with. Bird can't fly in cage. You genuinely the worst hoops I've ever laid eyes on. Watching you play basketball made me miss Yogi Ferrell, Dorian Finney-Smith, Wesley Matthews, 40-year-old Dirk, and Harrison Barnes hoop. My God. This also is, he had a tweet or something recently that said, wait, what was it? This is such an interesting D'Lo this, D'Lo that. Buddy. What? Is somebody talking about D'Lo? I'm confused about this. Like, has there been D'Lo conversations? Have I missed them? I thought D'Lo was going to be a nice player because I thought his pick and roll playmaking would have been really nice with Anthony Davis. And I am actually a little bit interested, just real quick, like what did Anthony Davis and D'Lo minutes look like last year in the brief minutes that we did get them? Oh, they were fucking horrible. Jesus Christ. By the way, Offside's gonna have all the wowie stuff soon. It's just a work in progress. It was terrible. My God, dude, it was so bad. Holy shit. Oh, this team was so terrible. It's actually hard to put into words how god awful this team was. Oh my God. There's no way that says D'Lo and Coop was a minus 19. The Mavs will be better this year for sure. They'll be much more watchable. Kyrie Irving and Derek Lively. Let me show you guys Derek Lively, my prince, my king, Prince Charming. In 115 minutes, the dog shit, horrible, horrific, god awful Dallas Mavericks that were this past year won Derek Lively's minutes, right? Okay, whatever. I know. In Derek Lively's career, oh God, please stay on the floor, King. King, please stay on the court. This team is horrendous. No, I mean, dude, they're not going to be great. But if Kyrie and Lively play, like they will be much better, much better, and at the very least, more watchable, I would say. Fucking D'Lo, man, so bad. Unfortunately. I mean, not a lot of difference here in terms of their play style. Do you think Moroz starts? Probably not. What was D'Lo? I'm interested. Wasn't this really bad? Coop and D'Lo? Yeah. He was more efficient. My God, they were a minus 14 together. That's dreadful. I know Coop and B-Will is really good. So what's up? Is B-Will gonna make a team? I'm like, there's two guards that I honestly didn't even know one of these guys was still a free agent. There's two guards that are just floating around in free agency that I think are legitimate positive impact players. That is Brandon Williams, who is probably going to go for next to nothing. And Aaron Holiday. Why is Aaron Holiday not on the team yet? Stinky Warriors, are we really that bad on opening night? Assume Porzingis is healthy. Social media really skews things. Got to go and have a good stream. Oh, did I title the stream Stinky Warriors? Oops. Thank you for reminding me about that because I was not going to talk about them. I think the Stinky Warriors should have traded for AD. I'm gonna stand on business on that because they what else are they gonna do? B-Will's 3-point shooting kind of what limits what he can contribute in 16 games. That's fair. But I mean, just in terms of like going somewhere to be a backup or something. Wizards were asking for unprotected picks. Well, Coop was pretty good without B-Will, though, to be fair. Lighter, why are you so down on the Mavs? Like, they're going to be terrible. Don't think they'll be terrible. I'm just a little upset that we didn't get the Golden State Warriors. I love the D'Angelo Russell saga. D'Lo this, D'Lo that. That's my favorite tweet. Oh, God. 5.6 million views. 2,000 likes. Oh, buddy. Nobody's talking about you, man. God damn, 94,000 likes? Oh, man. Twitter's so funny, bro. Hey, D'Lo, you're always welcome on my team, bro. D'Lo, come back to Dallas. They just picked up a bunch of bad players this offseason, which is fine because they have nothing. So I saw the Bleacher Report. Maybe we look at that right now. I saw the Bleacher Report offseason rankings or whatever. Maybe it was ESPN. I don't know. And the Mavs had an A+. There's no way I can get there, man. I'm with you there. They picked up Santi Aldama, I think, is a good player. Santi Aldama is a good player. Morez Johnson Jr., I'm excited about. What the fuck is this? Not only what is this, but what is the first reply to this? I can already tell by the reply here. DraftKings and Delta have launched Sky Picks, a new free-to-play in-flight sports contest that gives eligible customers 21 plus an interactive way to engage with sports while they travel. Sky Picks is a free sports contest available on U.S. domestic Delta flights through Delta Sync Wi-Fi. The contest invites customers to answer a series of sports-related questions, such as who will score first, which team will win, and a final score tiebreaker to compete for a spot atop the leaderboard and the chance to win Delta gift cards for their next adventure. Wait, but it's not like actual gambling, though. You don't put real money into it, do you? To interact with upcoming sports matchups. We believe at DraftKings, we believe interaction with sports shouldn't begin and end with the game itself. It should extend to every moment fans care about. Wait. We believe sports gambling shouldn't begin and end with the game itself. What the fuck does that mean, bro? That's where it literally begins and ends. What could you possibly mean? Here at the Sports Gambling Company, we don't think it should just end at sports. We think you should gamble on every facet of your life until you are broke. Here at the Sports Gambling Company organization. Just know, guys, and I'll continue to say this. If you ever see me doing a sports gambling ad that is just on my own, right? Not tied to Locked On, not tied to Haymaker, just know I'm getting paid an exuberant amount of money, and you should actually be excited for me. Okay? Just throwing that out there. You shouldn't call me out for being a hypocrite or anything. You actually should just be happy for me. Sky Pick. All right, hold on. Let's continue to read this. As we continue elevating the DraftKings sports experience, we're also exploring new ways to bring fans closer to the action Beyond traditional settings, what could there possibly be? What could there possibly be, bro? What does a fan do? They watch the game, they experience the game, they talk about the game, they listen to people talk about the game. There's pretty much no other way to experience it. Unless they're basically saying, we're looking for ways you guys get closer to the action by rigging games. You guys should be bringing baseball bats outside the stadium and breaking the kneecaps of players that you bet against. Collaborating with Delta gives us the opportunity to reimagine what sports engagement can look like while traveling. Bringing innovative ways for fans to stay connected to the games they love even when they're in the air. SkyPicks is a free sports contest. Okay, so it is free. Once a customer launches SkyPicks, they will be prompted to sign in with an existing DraftKings account or create a new account to participate in the day's contest. Huh. This though obviously is going to be, let's start it free. We'll start free, and then over time, we'll start to implement some type of, hey, you wanted pretzels on your flight? Didn't you see? You bet on the Seattle Mariners to score first. Unfortunately, the Cleveland Guardians did. So you're not getting any pretzels on tonight's flight. Okay? No pretzels for you. As a leader in responsible engagement, DraftKings designed SkyPicks as a free-to-play experience that does not permit customers to place real money wagers while in flight in compliance with federal regulation. New customers who later choose to download the DraftKings Sports and Casino app after reaching their destination must complete DraftKings standard registration process. It is just a way for you to get, it is just there so you can sign up for their app. And then from there, continue to gamble. That's it, right? I mean, the idea of just being on a flight board, you're on the in-flight entertainment screen or whatever, and hey, who's going to score first in the Seahawks-Niners game today? Oh, I think the Seahawks will. You know, there's nothing inherently wrong about that. There's nothing inherently evil or incorrect or fishy about that. Oh, wait, what is if you're on top of the leaderboard, you get win throughout the month. You get what? Like Delta points? Miles? I just, I hate, here's my big gripe with these things, man. Do people not see through some of this marketing? Look, if this is going to exist, and it might be too difficult it might be impossible to put the toothpaste back in the bottle on this, but if this is going to exist, the marketing should just be what it is. Hey guys, come gamble here. Maybe we run a feature or two. It's fun. Talk some shit to some friends. You and your friends put a parlay together. You lose. It's devastating. Your friend has to crash on your couch because he fucking lost his house. Right? Like, that's part of the experience. It is what it is. Come gamble. Like, that's it. And you know what? This is the thing in Europe. When you go overseas in Europe and you buy cigarettes and stuff, they have to legally, on the cigarette cartons, put it's pretty gnarly. They have to put like pictures of people like throat cancer and lungs, black lungs. Like they have that on the cigarette carton. It's just like hey, if you're smoking these, just let you know what's in store for you, right? They should do that for gambling. When you open up a gambling app, the first thing you see is somebody that's living on a couch of their friends, and their friends in the background disgusted. When the fuck? His friend's wife. What the? You said he was only going to stay a couple of days. I didn't know he completely lost the fucking house, and his wife left him. He gambled it all on the Jets. I don't know what happened. You told me he was only going to be here for 3 days. I'm done. Well, what do you want me to do? I can't throw him out on the street. We grew up together. We've been friends forever. I don't give a fuck. He's been in our house for way too long. He's moping around all day. This is horrible and it's ruining our marriage and I'm divorcing you. And that's what happens. So put it on the thing. Right? That's what they should do. I hate the gambling marketing and stuff now where it's like, hey guys, we're reimagining what sports engagement can look like while traveling. You want to know what's crazy is? No, you're not. Everyone's imagined this. Everyone's imagined this. Everyone who's a degenerate sports gambler is like, dude, it'd be sick if while I was on the flight, I could gamble on this thing. Like, it's nothing new. I don't really get it. That's the part that really burns me. There's all of the ads and stuff. And again, if you ever see me doing an advertisement, just know I've been paid a lot of money. A lot. And again, you guys should be happy for me. Beyond the sort of moral conundrum, you guys should just kind of celebrate that. And maybe use the code I'm using. At that point, I won't care. No, I'm just kidding. I lost everything to gambling, currently rebuilding my life. It's all right, Pika. This is a late stage capitalism. Everything has been commodified. Every service that serves as an in-between between consumer and commodity has been monetized, like financial services, HMOs. So the only thing left now is just extracting stuff through scam and shenanigans like crypto and AI speculation and NFTs and meme coins. Prediction markets trade out of theft of government coffers. Like the SpaceX valuation was a complete joke. It had no relationship to real-world economic metrics. A few centers of private capital can manipulate the market, especially in the U.S. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to imagine right now, to close my eyes and imagine what 50 years from now is going to look like. It really is. It's hard to imagine. It's almost next to impossible to imagine what 50 years from now is going to look like. I mean, what more could there be, right? Like, what more could there be? It really does feel like prediction markets are kind of like the last step. This is it. But there's really nothing beyond this that could, unless we start like having to pay for actual commodities, right? Like human necessity things. Like, hey man, I mean, I was just say we technically already pay for water with like water bills and stuff, but more so like, hey, if you sign up for DraftKings today, you'll get $10 off your next air credit. Sign up for FanDuel, place a $50 bet, and you'll get $10 off your next air credit. That's where we're at. And honestly, is if you're the first one to market air, you're good. Dude, you know what I just now remembered, 214? 2K used to, and this used to make it worth it, actually. This used to be like, oh, this is actually like a good feature that 2K is doing. 2K used to do, and I don't know when they got rid of it, but if you purchased their like $1 trillion version, you got League Pass for free. It was like, dude, this is so worth it. Premier League agreed to ban gambling sponsors on jerseys. Oh, I can't. You guys can't hear this. Why is this not connected? Guys, I can't wait to get a new computer. I need one so bad. I just have to decide which one I want. Guys, if you're in the Discord, please send computer recommendations, pre-built, ideally. Nothing that's $1 trillion, please. I can't play the audio on this. I'll sing it for you guys, though. But I might just get hit with the Rico. McMillie. We in the field with them birds like we play for the Eagles. I'm on probation, so let me not talk what's illegal. I love this song. I spend a day what you make a year. Hey, come on now. I don't like that line in hindsight. It's just like... Okay, can I ask you guys this? To all of my teachers that said I won't make it here, I spend a day what you make a year. How often is it that teachers actually say things like that? It's actually quite remarkable how many people have these stories. How many times do teachers say, you will never make it? Is that a common thing? The song was great. Wasn't this right after their beef, or was it before their beef? Was this after their beef and it was like, oh my God, Meek Mill and Drake are back? Or is this right before it? Before it. My teacher says to me about being a writer. You actually, you know what's funny is in college, I think in college it's actually different because you actually need professors to be straight up honest with you about if you're spending tens of thousands of dollars on something, you need professors to be honest with you. Whenever I was in journalism school very briefly at Texas Tech, a professor of mine pulled me aside and said, "You want to do sports journalism, right?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Change your major immediately." He said, go to your counselor today and change your major. You do not need a journalism degree, and you do not need to go through journalism school if you want to be a sports journalist. That's just the reality. And I said, all right, cool. No, I was like, thank you. Actually, thank you. I already was like, I don't know if I like this. FBI agents reportedly seized Lakers owner Mark Walters' phone and laptop as part of an ongoing federal investigation. So obviously, the Lakers kind of signaled that they were done with LeBron James and that they were going to go the Luka route, which they should. It's a good, smart. Put the franchise in the hands of the 26, 27-year-old. Makes all the sense in the world. Now, the thing is Rich Paul sent his shooters. You're going to disrespect LeBron, new ownership group, you're going to prison, and the feds are coming to your door. We love that. But what actually happened here? Yes, I did. I did graduate. What happened? I've only seen Why are they being investigated? I think I've been sleeping on this. When did they have they even owned the team for a year? Was this past year the first year they owned the team, or did they buy it mid-season? Mark Walters investigation. Is it time to set aside some of your assets about the Lakers? We'll have to look at. I mean, I need a computer, bro. So I don't know. It was routine. Is the FBI being involved in anything ever routine though? Okay, this is from a law. This might be a little difficult to read. I'll try to help you guys. Federal agencies. So a federal agent works for a federal agency. Seized the mobile phone. Mobile phone's another way of saying, cell phone. And computer of Los Angeles Dodgers owner Mark Walter last September in a wide-ranging probe into the financial dealings of the billionaire's business. I don't know, man. If FBI gets involved, it's a nothing burger. Maybe. The FBI carried out a search warrant aboard a private plane at a Chicago airport where Walter was traveling, said the people who spoke on condition of anonymity to discuss sensitive matters. Can I say this about the FBI real quick? I mean, is their merch not just totally sick? FBI's got some of the best merch of all of the government agencies. I think pretty comfortably. If I were an FBI agent and I had an FBI jacket, I'd wear it every day. The FBI Chicago field office confirmed that it executed a court-authorized search for a mobile phone and laptop on an aircraft at Midway International Airport on September 18th. Oh, so this was a year ago almost. Now, I will say this too. The these like federal cases can take literally years of time to build up. The people familiar with the search didn't say where the devices are currently or what information was being sought, but seizing the electronics from a high-profile business leader like Walter is a significant investigative step. Probes by prosecutors can end without charges being brought. The search warrant was one of several executed last September, according to other people with knowledge of the probe who asked not to be identified, discussing a confidential matter. Federal prosecutors in Manhattan have been investigating potential financial improprieties at two of Walter's insurance companies. At Guggenheim Partners, the financial firm Walter leads, Bloomberg News has reported. Ooh. Full context is required. This is something that happened last year regarding to a probe the FBI was doing into Mark's business. Clearly, he wasn't found guilty of anything. Modern journalism. Dude, no, but what I'm telling you, though, is FBI federal cases can take years to build up, though, before a charge. So just because it happened a year ago and nothing's happened does not mean anything, really. I don't know. It could. I don't know, though. I'm not saying one way or the other.
The NBA's investigation into the Clippers and aspiration and Kawhi Leonard has now expanded beyond aspiration. And it just so happens that we've been spending the last 10 months working on a parallel investigation that leads to what happens in the aftermath of the collapse and the bankruptcy and the fraudulence of this founding sponsor of the Intuit Dome, Aspiration. And if you follow the money trail left by Kawhi Leonard for 10 months, it turns out, you will get to a place that you never thought you would arrive at. You would also realize that you get back to the Intuit Dome itself, as you'll see. And so this episode is one that we're premiering live on YouTube tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. I will be in the chat. I hope you can join me there. It is a group project, this episode, and it's one that, yeah, it's surprising in ways and very familiar in others. And we hope you can join us. So the NBA's investigation into the Clippers and aspiration and Kawhi.
All right. All right. I can't believe this is still going. I can't believe we're still in the process of this. Oh, did I exit out of that? Oh, well. You guys got the general gist. The NBA sentenced to the T-Wolves to hell for far less than this. I know. I'm like... Okay, hold on a second. Mark Walter and TWG have always acted in good faith, and those who have done business with Mark know him as honest and straightforward. All right. PR garbage slop. The warrants formed part of an investigation scrutinizing Guggenheim's $362 billion, goddamn, money management division and whether revenue information shared with outside parties was accurate, said people with knowledge of the probe. An early focus of the inquiry was a deal TWG struck last year with Mubadala Capital, an arm of an Abu Dhabi sovereign wealth fund. Okay, according to people familiar with the matter. In April 2025, the companies announced Mubadala Capital would anchor a $10 billion syndicated investment in TWG. Bro, money just doesn't even seem real. Like, what do you mean $362 billion? How is that a real number? What if discovery takes long that Kawhi is just stuck in limbo? That also could be a thing that happens. All right, let's just focus on fun stuff now. Dubs could have traded for Jaylen Brown and AD. Why Warriors pass on Anthony Davis, Jaylen Brown trades? Per the Ringer's Logan Murdoch, while there was a small contingent of people in the Warriors front office pushing for Davis, they opted not to take the path due to his injury history and desire for an extension. So I guess unless it comes out that it was just a pick, right? Because I think some of the reporting is that the Wizards wanted what, like 4 first-round picks? Something absurd. Something just absolutely ridiculous. It does make sense, but if it was 1 pick or something like that, which realistically, I have a hard time believing, if the Warriors just said, we'll give you Jimmy Butler and a first to the Wizards, I have a hard time believing the Wizards say no, truthfully. Maybe like a protected pick or a swap. Maybe just a protected pick and a swap. And then that would have led to LeBron going there, we assume. And yeah, I don't think that team is like world beaters or anything like that, but it's better than what you have now. Dude, what in the flying fuck are these? What is this? The Jaylen Brown one is interesting. To me, it's just more interesting that was discussed in the middle of the season. So in the midst of Jaylen Brown having his career year, the Celtics even then were like, nah, we're good. We see right through that. We see right through the facade. Should they have gotten in on the Jaylen Brown sweepstakes, the Warriors had an opportunity to trade for the former Celtic before the deadline in February, but couldn't build an organizational consensus that Brown would be the right player to carry the Warriors beyond the Curry era. So, like, that's what's interesting is if you do the AD trade, right, obviously it's going to be a lot less expensive than a Jaylen Brown trade. That goes without being said. But if you do an AD trade, you're still just kind of all in on this current group, and then after the fact, you'll deal with it then. Where if you're doing Jaylen Brown, you're giving up a lot of future assets. So your idea is it has to be perfect. Like Jaylen Brown has to be the guy we give the car keys to following the Steph era. Here's the thing I always kept bringing up with Jaylen Brown. Bro, he's 30. Like he's about to turn 30, I think. It's not like Jaylen Brown's 26 or 24. Yaxel's 24. That's a young man, right? Jaylen Brown's an old geezer. That's what they say whenever you turn 30, that you're an old geezer. To be fair, Brown made enemies of the heads of the media. They fucking hate him now. Do they though? Actually, I was thinking about this last night whenever I was kind of just getting some like stats and stuff and putting down some notes for the Minnesota Timberwolves video I did. Is there a player quite like LaMelo Ball? It's kind of funny because LaMelo is a player where I think people who fancy themselves as like real legit ball knowers, right? Like, oh, I'm a big time ball knower. Shit on LaMelo Ball to seem like, you know, I'm actually watching the games. Like, yeah, LaMelo has cool highlights, but I'm actually watching the games. He's not a winning player. When in the reality is real actual ball knowers like, actually LaMelo Ball is a fucking beast. Right? Is there a player like that? Who's another player like that? Where like the sheets actually love and smart basketball people are super low on in an effort to make it seem like, hey, I'm smart. I watch the games. LARP ball knowers hate LaMelo. Genuine ball knowers fucking love one-legged threes. That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's a good way to look at it. LARP ball knowers. Gobert. No, Gobert has reached a point though where I mean the very casual fan hates Gobert. Giddey. I don't know if like nerdy Sheets guys like Giddey. Do they? Reeves actually is an interesting one. Chet? What's your over-under on games Ball plays next season? I think he'll get to over 65 again. Is Chet one where it's like will nitpick all of his weaknesses, but then you look at it more and it's, oh wait, this guy is really good. Hallie before his finals run. That's actually a pretty good one. We're not prepared for a joint fake intellectualism coming from my king and Jaylen Brown. Is there anyone hotter than Slightly Biased? No idea who that man is. Looks great though. In 5 seasons, Ball's played over 50 games twice. Count to 30. And count to 30 third time. Here's the thing though, is the Hornets have never been good besides last year. But hey, by the way, before the Thunder started being good, Shea had a similar thing where Shea just was injured a bunch and shut down and didn't finish seasons. It's kind of different when you're playing on good teams like want you to play. Notes on LeBron James' decision. Man, this is beast mode that we're still getting all of these. What up, Chizzy? What up? Rich Paul talked to 27 teams before narrowing down to the publicized final 5 of Sixers, Cavs, Heat, Warriors, Wolves. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I don't care about any of that. Tell me the 3 teams you did not talk to. That is far more interesting than anything else here. I need to know the 3 teams that were not talked to. I'm assuming the Lakers are one. My guess would be the Lakers are one. No chance in hell. Oh, yeah, it's got to be the Grizzlies. Okay, so if we think the Lakers are one, and maybe that's not fair. Maybe the Lakers, they did have discussions. Because you would think there's no possible way he talked to the Pelicans. After the Grizzlies saga, there's no real way he talked to the Grizzlies. I can't imagine the Kings called him up. It's got to be Kings, Grizzlies, Pelicans, and they did talk to the Lakers. Yeah, Utah might be like, hey, we're trying to be good this year. Milwaukee's interesting too. What would possibly be the selling point for Milwaukee? Maybe before they traded Giannis? Maybe like a last-ditch effort? Having faith in Ball's health is fool's gold. I'm telling you, Charlotte native saw it firsthand. No, I mean, he's definitely had his injury problems. If Mavericks saw AD LeBron to be a Maverick right now, I think that's absolutely possible. I think I could buy into that pretty easily. Clippers discussed a 1-year deal worth north of $20 million. That makes sense to me. Celtics also expressed interest. Trust the process mentioned at Fanatics Fest was not an intentional Easter eggs. We just went through this. He says that all the time. Rich Paul sent a group text to Sixers stakeholders informing them of news that said, congrats, Sixers it is. Joel Embiid told LeBron that he's healthy. Oh, I already bookmarked this. I did want to talk about it today. Trade deadline updates. Kelsey Plum doesn't intend to re-sign with the Sparks this offseason, but LA hasn't engaged in meaningful trade talks involving her. Welcome to the Wings. Welcome to the Wings. Come on, LeBron, put your Maverick jersey on. The Wings going to be active in any of these? Report, there could be a possible Klay Thompson trade to the Miami Heat, per Jake Fisher. What is it, though? Like, this isn't possible without some... Do you think could be some possibility that there can be a trade of Klay Thompson to Miami? There's a rough salary match with Nikola Jovic. Can I say something that's going to get people upset, probably? I was Jovic FC a few years ago. Can the Mavs like trade for a good young player? Can they trade for like a good one? Sleep streams tonight, guys. In early July, LeBron James met with the entire Cavaliers ownership and front office in Akron.
Yo, it's not a breadcrumb.
Hold
It's
on.
a loaf of bread.
Now you tell me, Rich, if I'm right or wrong. Is it the Cavs front office group, Kobe Altman, Brandon Weems, the Gilbert family, Grant Gilbert,
Okay. What are you referring to? What happened?
meeting with LeBron in Akron in early July? Is that the loaf of bread you're talking
Early
about?
July? Wait a minute. How did you know about that?
I couldn't say,
So you thought this
can't
got by
say.
Shams, but he has all the details.
I thought it got by Shams because
like
he never said anything to me about that. Nobody knew about that. That did not get out nowhere. Nobody knew about that.
Why was
in
this not
real time.
reportable? Why
In
did you
real
not
time.
report it?
So in real time, the integrity aspect matters more than anything because this
Oh. So this is what I don't get. The integrity aspect matters. Weren't you saying that they were not meeting with front offices? Yet you knew that they were meeting with front offices. Wasn't that part of the reporting? They're not meeting with any front office members. It's through voice memos.
this was information I was told by multiple people on background, off the record. This was something that ethically I couldn't report because one, it wasn't told to me in a way that I was able to have reporter go double check and triple check. It was told to me off the record. It was
If someone,
told
in
to
other
me-
words, if someone says, "Hey, I can tell you on background, but this is off the record,"
this cannot
and you
be
agree to
reported,
that, then you
and
can't burn them.
And I
right?
report that. That's, I mean,
That's that is
unethically-
that's journalistically
and
unethical.
as we
yeah.
spoke about earlier on this show, like for me, responsibility is important. Being upfront is important. Ethically doing the job the right way. My job is to tell the truth, but also if it's off the record and it's being told like this isn't reportable.
I'm just going to continue down. I'm just going to continue. I mean, who am I to say? Shams has obviously made an incredible career for himself. So who am I? Who am I to say anything? I would continue to say this, though. I think sports reporters who do this big J journalism shtick, it's like, dude, you're talking about fucking sports and where LeBron James is going next. It's a fun thing. It's fun. It's goofy. It's funny that everybody is waiting on bated breath to find out where these guys are going to go play for next year and who's trading for who. Like, it's fun. It's fuck the big J journalism, man. Who cares? Yeah, that shit might matter when you're about to break like a Watergate thing. I'll just say, because that would do whenever I used to work for a paper, and God, it would just be so annoying. Some of these people, it's just like, no, you got to do it this way, and you got to be. It's like, no, actually, you don't. You can just do whatever you want. Like, actually, seriously, this is an important life lesson here. Well, you need to do it this way, this way. Yeah, maybe 30 years ago, you fucking old geezer. Not anymore. Just do whatever you want, man.
You know,
if you talk
and
about
if
what
I did that, you're burning the source. And the other side of it is also this is you.
Also, mind you, like Shams, to his credit, did kind of work his way up in a pretty non-conventional way, I would say. Is that fair to say to him?
Know the history of LeBron in Cleveland, you know, and what he means to that organization, and you know, something like that. And that's probably why it was told to me off the record, right? Because if that were, you know, something that got out, you know, I do think in real time it does lead on a little bit.
So people get their hope.
He worked his way up from tweeting about lunch to giving 10 LeBron free agency updates. I guess like I understand and I was actually talking to somebody about this recently. Like it is just different in sports because you do have to have such if this is what you want to do, you do have to have such a rock solid relationship with pretty much every agency, and you can't burn one at all. Like you can't burn it. You cannot burn a bridge, or else you're kind of fucked. So you have to massage all of this, and I get it. I get it through that lens. Luka Doncic is hosting the entire Los Angeles Lakers roster in Slovenia for a 4-day minicamp in August. A source quotes the Lakers told ESPN. The itinerary will include workouts, golf, and some. Oh, how do you say this? My Slovenian is in the chat. How do you say this again? I don't want to botch it. That's pretty sick, though. No, what? Okay. Maximum, what I'm saying is there are definitely moments where the journalistic integrity and stuff really matters when you're talking about crimes, when you're talking about people's like actual livelihoods being at stake, when you're talking about real gigantic, huge implication things. Dude, I'm just like, whenever I hear the like waxing poetic about, I just have to be the first to report it. I have to make sure it's like, dude, what? You're tweeting about where a guy's going to play the next season. Ljubljana. Tourism and bonding ahead of training camp. All right, we love that. I'm excited for. Listen, I know you guys. I know that I've shitted on the Lakers a little bit. I know I shitted on Rob Pelinka a lot, and rightfully so. I am excited to see them this season. I don't think they're championship contenders, and ultimately, I think that leads to this offseason being failure is a strong word, but just like a C- is just because this was their all-in push. Now, I'm so excited to see it. I'm excited to see this team in full effect, especially considering, it is built, tailor-made for Luka. So this really could be the Luka MVP year. I know we say it literally every single year. Did you give your daily Kuminga update? No, not yet. Not yet. Just in the press box from the Ringer, they talk about news from journalist POV. They talk a lot about what the silliness of the insider business. Yeah, I understand. I'm already gonna walk back stuff I was just saying because obviously I have friends that are like sports journalists who do reporting stuff. I get it. It's not. You do have to massage these relationships and stuff. I understand it. I get it. Again, no, I don't like the sort of. I don't like the beating of the chest self-importance thing. Truthfully, it's just like okay. Giving Luka his best center ever. Luka going to average 33, 11, 7, 11 assists per game and 2 steals. 11 assists per game? I don't know about that. He shoots too much. 33 though? Yeah.
And Eric Mullin has joined the Slightly Delusional Club. At Eric Mullin celebrates 21 months.
21 months.
Slightly appreciate the off-season streams. You're the best.
No, you're the best. Which celebrities would you want to switch lives with for the day?
Switch lives with for the day. Tom Holland. At first I'm like, wait. Oh, okay. Makes sense about it, right? Yeah, honestly, no comment needed. Y'all know.
Oh, that's funny. In addition, what's this? DAZN. Is that how you pronounce this? How do you pronounce the DAZN, right? will become the exclusive digital home of the MSG and Yes networks this fall in a breakthrough announcement on Wednesday. That is a likely precursor to the platform completing deals with 7 more NBA teams. Oh, shit. In addition, with multiple NBA sources told SBJ that DAZN is close to acquiring full exclusive local broadcast rights next season for the Timberwolves, Cavaliers, Pacers, Spurs, Grizzlies, as well as DTC only arrangements. What is DTC? With the Magic and possibly the Hornets. Oh, this is the problem with Bally and all of these things going under. We are kind of direct to consumer. We are kind of reaching the this point now where all of these shitty little apps are gonna have everything's gonna be on its own shitty little app. And everything's gonna have its own subscription, and it's like, dude, are we not? Hey, honestly, as a sports fan, are we not missing cable yet? I am, truthfully. I'm missing just like all the things. I know the channels I need to know. I've got my local sports channel. I've got ESPN. I've got a couple other channels that will rotate in, their content as well. Their occasional sporting broadcasts. How excited are you for the Mavs next few years, Slightly? Do you see them getting a contender caliber in the next few years? This year, I'm very much keeping my expectations as realistic as possible. And I don't want to rain on anyone's parade because I know a lot of people are excited. I've said this already this stream. I really don't think the Mavs are going to be very good this year, just straight up. I think if they're fighting for a play-in spot, that's cool to me. That's about where my expectations end. If they're better than that, then great. Something's gone incredibly well. I'm excited. Okay, if they're, the 12th, 13th seed again, I was thinking about this morning. Think about this from the Mavs, dude. Over the last 4 seasons, they made the NBA Finals, right? They made the NBA Finals. The other 3 years, they were by and large dog shit. Like straight up terrible. 3 years of being terrible, 1 year of making the finals. It's kind of crazy to think about. I mean, a 20-win improvement would be huge. I mean, it also will really depend on the step that that Cooper Flag makes in year 2. If we could start to project like top 5 player stuff from Coop in the not so distant future.
Tell you honestly that I don't follow the Lakers anymore because Mark Walter owns detention centers, runs them for profit. So as soon as I found, he also owns the Dodgers. So as soon as I found that out, I disassociated myself from the Dodgers and the Lakers, unfortunately. I lost 2 teams in 1 week. I lost 2 ants in 1 week. It didn't hurt as much as losing the Lakers and the Dodgers. But also, to me, the idea that Dodger Stadium was built on a Latino neighborhood that was people were forcibly removed in the late 50s, and then to have an owner, and I was friends with the guy. I mean, very friendly. And once I realized that, I thought, an old Cholo told me at Dodger Stadium maybe 15 years ago that I was wrong for being there, and I kind of took it to heart a little bit. Still went to the games, and then when I found out that they run that thing for profit and they're part of the ICE and where they put people, I disassociated myself.
We'll start referring to Coop as pre-Family Feud Coop. Ooh, all right. There is a I guess this is an anti-woke take I have. It's more just like a realist thing. If you think you have a moral compass, if you think you are somebody with a moral compass, you just cannot think too long about your sports team. Like if it's something you care about, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with it. Liking a sports team. If you think too long and hard about this stuff, you will be like, fuck, why am I supporting this? Like even if it's Hey, you know what? My team's got like an owner who, you can do the argument that there's no such thing as ethical billionaires. But even if my owner is like as ethical as it can get, even by me supporting the league, then the other non-ethical owners are still getting rewarded for me even supporting the league because they all revenue share. And that is true too. There'd be next to nothing to support. I mean, I get it. I respect people who think like this. Celtic Shack underrated. Ideally, it should push people towards local community ownership instead of giving it up altogether. Yeah. Celtics team runs away with the championship if Unis stays healthy. People meme on Celtic Shaq all the time without realizing just how dominant they were with him in the lineup. Boss was 28-9 when he played, 28-17 without, and they were plus 13 with him on the court.
Field goal attempt.
I mean, yeah, Shaq was one of the greatest players in the history of the game. I think when people do this Shaq meme, it is just because it looks kind of ridiculous. Let's look at Shaq's sheets. Oh my God, Celtics Shaq. Different time period. Hey, Siley, looking slim. Hope you're working hard on your weight loss journey. Is that a compliment or no? I can't tell really. Are you excited for Spider-Man? Am I excited? I'll go see it. I'm just not a Spider-Man guy. My God, Shaquille O'Neal. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Then it started to go downhill just a touch with the Suns. Don't get too slim on us. We like you a little chunky. Sources: Dallas Mavericks guard Klay Thompson and his agent Greg Lawrence are expected to approach the organization in the near future to discuss a mutual parting of ways. Yeah, that's obvious. We studied every NBA Achilles tear from 2014 to 2019. Seems interesting. 19 players. I mean, is it weird? Is it a weird thing to say that only 19 players tearing their Achilles in 11 years? That seems defining minutes played spiked significantly in the 10 to 15 games before rupture, even though season-long workload looked totally normal. 7 Achilles tears in 24-25 alone. Oh, shit. 3 of those occurred in the playoffs. This is a real growing problem in the league. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, Thibodeau. Thibodeau was unknowingly saving players' Achilles. I mean, seven in just this year is insane. 24-25. I mean, who was it? It was Dame, Tyrese Halliburton, Tatum, just off the top of my head. Wiseman? Did Wiseman tear his Achilles that year? Playing more heels ACLs. This does actually make some sense that the players playing time was significantly higher before the injury. Now, I wonder if there's more to that. DeJounte Murray, yeah. I wonder if there's more to that. Like, the players that are getting ramped up maybe already have some type of injury thing that they're kind of dealing with, and then we're ramping up their minutes. We should have a match of your DVT brothers versus Achilles tears. Well, we got Dame, we've got Wimpy, we've got Asar Thompson. I know I'm probably missing a few. I think Yuki Kawamura had one. Ben Seraph on Luka Doncic's trash talk. I think he had something like 19 points against us at one point. He turns to our bench and says to Terrence, man, I got more points than your team's overall wins. Oh, that's a good one. Jen Brown says NBA players' salaries shouldn't be public because the media often creates a negative narrative around athletes. Okay, well, okay. Immediately right off the rip, this is very old. As an NBA player, I don't think our salary should be publicized. You go and look at a doctor's salary, the salary isn't publicized. NBA athletes and athletes in general are the ones whose salaries are public knowledge. So all you guys can look and see how much money I make. That's uncomfortable. When I think of my situation, even putting education on the back burner, I don't think that adds to the problem that they're making millions of dollars. I think the media is the one who portrays it in a negative lens. When I was at Cal, I went one and done, and there were critiques like, if Jalen is so into education, why is he leaving school so early? That was the question I would get. If you love school so much, why are you leaving? If you're about to make $4.7 million, would you leave? It makes sense. It was the opportunity of a lifetime. Why would I turn it down? If a kid had a startup and dropped out of college and he had a startup made revenue of $1 million, nobody would blink twice. I mean, I guess I kind of get it. This guy is actually 100% right. It does work in the athlete's favor, though, because these things being publicized helps them probably make more money in negotiations. And it would be weird with the salary cap. I don't know, man. Like, I do kind of get what he's saying. I kind of get what he's saying, where it's just like, it's weird that my salary is known and sometimes it gets talked down in a negative way. We never really talk about anyone else's salaries like that. But I'm always going to circle back to like, dude, you guys are making tens of millions of dollars, bro. Like, it's kind of hard to feel too badly. Just being honest. I'm not going to be able to read all of these. Loki, need to see another Mavs Twitter tournament. Yeah. All right, the Nolan movie rankings. So maybe a reason I was putting this off was because I have not seen every Nolan movie. There are some Nolan movies I still want to get around to in due time. Is Nolan the best director to you? I don't know. I don't really have a best director. I feel like I don't watch enough movies to have like a super strong opinion on that. Maybe as lame as that, as much of a cop-out as that might be. Yeah, I won't spoil the Odyssey. Even though it's kind of unspoilable because it's been around for eons. Quite literally the oldest story maybe ever told. Nolan rankings. All right. Release date, newest to first. So I'm just going to be real with some of these. All right, we'll go earliest first. I've yet to see Memento or Insomnia. So I haven't seen those. I also haven't seen The Prestige. Batman Begins. I haven't seen this movie in a really long time. I actually kind of remember not liking it that much. I didn't mind it. I still at the time couldn't get past the fact that Liam Neeson was Ra's al Ghul. But Scarecrow's badass, though. No, I think I've seen every single movie since then. I mean, The Dark Knight, obviously. This goes without being said. Incredible. Incredible fucking movie. Inception, good movie. Good movie that honestly I should probably watch again. I should probably watch it again. It's been a long time since I've seen it. You gotta put Memento and Prestige on the schedule. They're so damn good. I'll get around to them at some point. Interstellar greater than Inception. Yeah, I don't think Inception is gonna finish too terribly high. Dark Knight Rises. It's a great movie. It's really good. Is it better than Inception? Is it better than Inception? I actually don't think so. I don't think so. It was just a touch all over the place. And even kind of certain like plot points in it, a little rushed. Just to get kind of somewhat cheap payoffs. But it's still really good though. It's still really good and a fun movie. Bane's a great villain. Batman in the fucking hole, working his way out of it. It's great. Escaping. And I was actually just reading up on this movie. I guess I didn't know at the time that like the Joker was supposed to be in this big time. And then obviously, you know, Heath Ledger passes away. Stadium blowing up is great. Him going into the stock exchange is great. I mean, it's a great movie. It looks incredible. Interstellar. Behind The Dark Knight, ahead of Inception, I think. I still think the ending of this movie I cannot get to it. I can't get there with the ending of this movie still. However, it is a really good movie that looks unbelievable. But the ending is still, to me, it just pisses me off. Like, I'm just being real with you. It pisses me off. Even thinking about it. Oh yeah, I saw it in theaters, I think multiple times. Dunkirk. Man, this movie, I saw this in theaters when it came out. Not that memorable. I think I'd have this probably below Dark Knight Rises. Probably ahead of Batman Begins. Keep in mind, all of these are good. I never watched one of these, but like that was shit. I hated every second of it. Like I think all of them are good. Dunkirk felt a little more of a cinematic achievement than an actual movie telling a story. I mean, it does look incredible. Tenet. Okay, I have not seen Tenet. I don't know why I thought I have. I have not seen Tenet. Have not seen it. Came out during COVID, right? Never got to it. Okay, so I've got some Nolan to get around to. All right, here's where things might get a little spicy. I think Oppenheimer is my favorite. Like, I fucking love Oppenheimer, dude. And I'm not even on some like those weird sort of World War II is so important to me. Like those type of people where it gets a little weird. Where it's like, why are you so invested in World War II? I think this movie fucking rules and is damn near perfect. And I saw it multiple times in theaters, and I also watched it recently at home. So it's beyond just like, oh, it's a movie theater experience thing. Watched it at home, still thought, holy shit. This movie is incredible. Not only does it look good, but I mean, Cillian Murphy's incredible. Robert Downey Jr. is incredible. It's the fact that this movie is as sort of the fact that this movie is like, I don't want to say as slow as it is because it's not slow at all, but you would think it would be slow. When you describe a movie like this, you would think it'd be kind of slow and boring, but it's not. It has you on the edge of your seat the entire time. In a story that you already know what happens. And I also love that, you know. Right, no, I mean, I'm saying the movie is not slow at all. But I'm saying, like, when you describe, like, it's kind of, I feel like it's a little difficult to pull this off without it feeling slow. Odyssey. It's kind of hard to rate the Odyssey because obviously you have... Just saw it, seen it twice already. It is so good. I mean, it really is great. Is it better than Oppenheimer? No. Is it better than The Dark Knight? No, I don't think so. I feel like I could slot it in ahead of Interstellar, in my opinion. I'm trying not to let recency bias overwhelm me here, but I'm also not trying to like... not feel a certain way because of that, if that makes sense. So good. Man, I'm just now thinking of a couple of scenes. Jesus. For me, it's Interstellar, Oppenheimer, Dark Knight, Odyssey. I think I'd have it below Dark Knight. I think that just feels about right to me. It's one of those things where, you know, if you know, you know. Like if you leave the movie theater, you kind of feel like, I remember whenever I left seeing Oppenheimer, I thought, holy fuck, that movie blew me away. Like that's just one of the best I have felt about a movie upon leaving the movie theater. Did I feel that way about Odyssey? Not totally, but I did love it. Beside the Cyclops scene where he screams, "My theater was fucking blowing up. Shit was loud as insane." I mean, that scene is. God damn, it's good, isn't it? I'm just thinking about it right now. What's the best performance you have seen in a Nolan movie? I mean, obviously Heath Ledger. Dude, Robert Downey Jr. was incredible in Oppenheimer, and so was Cillian Murphy. Honestly, so was Emily Blunt. Like, I feel like she played her character perfect. Who was who was homegirl in Dark Knight Rises? Hathaway was always incredible. That goes without being said. No, Marion Cotillard. Who did she play in Dark Knight Rises? The Raja Ghuld's daughter, right? She was probably the best. Talia. Yeah. Talia. She was the best performance. I'm not going to lie. The death scene is so bad that it's like, what just transpired? This feels good to me, though. I love Oppenheimer. I wonder, though, if part of this is like, I have Dark Knight is probably the second, the movie I have seen the second most in my life. So how much of it is like, I've seen The Dark Knight so many times that if I watched Oppenheimer that many times, like, I don't know, Oppenheimer is not a movie I would rewatch that many times. Internet rumors Nolan hated the actress, which is why he allowed the death scene to go viral or final. There's a lot of interesting rumors about The Dark Knight Rises. I mean, the fact that Dark Knight just boom starts with a bank robbery, and that score coming in the way it does, that like right away, you're like, fuck yeah, let's go. The Odyssey is definitely like a slower start. I'm trying to remember. Oppenheimer starts kind of similar. Honestly, it's kind of crazy how similar Oppenheimer and the Odyssey are in some ways. Where they have like a, you know, I guess doesn't Oppenheimer start with like the 20-minute montage of him in school, basically? Dude, Oppenheimer's so good. The Albert Einstein walking up like a Marvel superhero is hilarious. I've seen Heat a long time ago. First take Dark Knight.
Okay, let's end up the show today doing fourth down. Interesting topic. Siskel and Ebert now, Stephen A. and Skip Bayless. It's setting all kinds of records, The Dark Knight, the new Batman. Overrated or underrated, Skip?
Well, Jay, my friend Stephen A. is a great actor, so let me explain why The Dark Knight is a good movie, but not a great one. I didn't like it that, number one, Batman had only the third largest role in this movie. Number two, I didn't like it that the Joker was the superhero. He was indestructible. He never even bled once in this movie. I thought Jack Nicholson played a better Joker than Heath Ledger.
Oh, my God.
Have you guys seen those Batmans? It's weird though, and I was hearing somebody talk about this. I forgot who, but it was interesting though because like Heath Ledger actually changed how the Joker was portrayed. I forgot who I was listening to talk about this. And like, yeah, the Joker, like Jack Nicholson was a monstrous person as the Joker, but it was kind of like the goofy, like, oh, whereas like Heath Ledger's Joker was like, I am just sadistic, evil piece of shit. Almost like a horror villain.
God bless Heath Ledger, but I just did. I thought Aaron Eckhart deserves the Academy Award nomination because he delivered a better performance as the hero and the villain than Heath Ledger did as just the villain. And finally, I must say that Maggie Gyllenhaal was weak as the love interest because I didn't buy her at all. And
The last point, I would agree with you there. I wasn't feeling her at all.
Dude, honestly, this is peak, right? This is peak ESPN, believe it or not.
Roll like that. You need to get a Halle Berry, Beyonce, somebody. How about a Sanaa Lathan, a Gabrielle Union? Somebody like, even a sister, just throw them up in it. Somebody fine. She wasn't it. You got me there. Every other point that you made, I think is utterly ridiculous. This movie was an A movie. And I'm going to tell you the biggest reason why. Yeah, granted, Batman wasn't even the star. It was really the Joker or what have you. They had black, but the bottom line is.
To be fair, though, and this was something that that Nolan got 1,000,000% correct. That kind of is the Batman thing, though. And maybe, rest in peace, Kavinsky. Yeah, seriously, that's all I'd say. That's sad. The villains in the Batman universe are so interesting that they do steal the show. So I like that they kind of recognize, like, dude, like Batman exists, right? This is his thing. He's going to save the day. But it's like, and it also builds up the villain of like, we're going to focus so heavily on the villain.
It's this. You look at it, it was one of those rare movies. It's supposed to be this action hero and all of this other stuff. It made you think. It touched on your soul. In other words, how bad would you become? You're just like the Joker was trying to say, everybody's like the rest of us. Y'all are just like me. You are no better. Just let me put you in this situation and show you how evil you could be. You look like the Joker. I keep telling you that. And he was the star of the movie. And I never ever thought that I would see anybody that would outperform Jack Nicholson, but Heath Ledger, he's the real Joker now. We'll never think about Jack as the Joker again.
Please.
It was phenomenal.
Can we throw the split screen up?
Throw that split
I don't
screen
think
up.
Steven saw it.
Look at him.
Is this just nostalgia? Is it not knowing what things? But this is good. This is good stuff right here. What I think they failed to. Where I think this just succeeds in some ways, though, is it is just Skip, Stephen A, and a host. It's three people.
He looked just like Skip. He looked just like Skip. I'll tell you, the Joker, that's you.
It sort of fits, too.
Without the makeup, but it's you.
Skip Bayless daily here.
Actually, I take it back. With the makeup.
Joker.
Jay, I'm Batman.
There you go. You don't miss me, ain't you? You don't miss me, ain't you?
We're out of time for our debate topic. Stephen A., always a pleasure to have you.
Absolutely.
Always fun.
Yeah.
Still to come, we're going to answer the Sports Nation poll question.
Wait, they said Stephen A, always good to have you here. Was he just a Was he just a guest at first? No, Batman 2022 was really good. I loved it. Wow. Crazy what would happen 20 years later. Yeah, Maggie Gyllenhaal got shitted on. I think this is before both these guys thought they owned the world and their words were earth-shattering. Yeah, that's a good point too. Never watched Joker Part 2. I watched The Joker. It was one of those where, like, after watching it was like, yeah. And then sitting on it after a while, I was like, I don't know. Like, it feels like you went a little too far. But what wasn't the thing, and I don't want to spoil it, but wasn't it the thing with the Joaquin Phoenix Joker is that wasn't like the actual Joker? What am I misremembering? Obviously, it's not a part of like the Robert Pattinson universe. It was just a different telling of the Joker. It's like we're all the Joker. That's one thing Stephen A. Smith got right. Like when you think of the Joker, you do think of Heath Ledger. No, he doesn't think he's Batman's son. He thinks... Oh, does he think he's Batman's son? Well, he is, though, isn't he? I thought in Joker 1, isn't it kind of implied that he is Thomas Wayne's son? I can't remember. His mom was just crazy. Oh, that's right. His mom, yeah. That's right. All right, well, that's all I got today. It's incredible we ended up doing 2 hours. But we didn't even get to the Bleacher Report articles that I wanted to get to. No live stream tomorrow. Won't be on Thursdays, but we'll be back on Friday. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I love you all. I'm going to drop a Slightly report later. I think I'm going to just touch on like who are the best free agents left in like risky free agents, like some of the restricted guys that might be a little fool's goldy. All right, folks, thank you all for tuning in. All of the OGs, you guys know I love you very much. You could have spent your Wednesday afternoon anywhere in the world. You decided to spend it here. New subscribers, I promise you guys will not regret it. Donations, members, you guys never have to do that. Helps me out tremendously. Makes me feel so good. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I will talk to you all later. Make sure you guys gas up the Slightly Reports whenever it drops. I'll talk to you all later. I've got a great show tomorrow, great Slightly Biased show tomorrow with the one, the only Trill on the You Know Ball podcast. Obviously, 76ers fan. I'm excited to get his thoughts and feelings and maybe debate a little bit. Who knows? Love you all. Talk to you all later. Bye.